Thank you for choosing to listen to the Unstuck podcast. I'm your girl, your friend, your coach, Bree. Here we focus on the top 3 places where you're bound to have a stuck moment: life, relationship, and in goals. But don't worry, there will be plenty of advice, scriptures, reviews, and interviews to help get you through that stuck place. Hey, stick with me, kid. We're gonna go far. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Coach Bree, your Unstuck Coach. I am the friend you never knew you needed, okay? My main mission in life is to help you through stuck moments in your goals, life, and relationship. And I'm so excited this episode because it's the very first one. So please go to Facebook at Coach Bree, or you can follow me on Instagram _Coach Bree _ and share the word. Let's go.
I mean, can I give advice? Can I talk? Can the sisters rap? Okay.
So today's question is coming in from Miss Angela out of Dallas, Texas. Her question is, how do I overcome this intense fear of failing? It's paralyzing me. It's like it's holding me back from pursuing great things in life. Girl, I'm so proud of you, first off, because you recognize what you want. Congratulations. You recognize that you want to overcome this intense fear of failing. You know that you want to pursue greatness, but there's just something holding you back. So congratulations. And you also recognize what's wrong. And you're right. Fear is completely paralyzing you. But we'll cover that later. And I relate. Just because you failed does not make you any less of a person, nor should you let it define you as a person. You failed at something. You're not a failure as a person. Look, even if what you're choosing to do in life doesn't work out, it's your choice in how you look at it. You can see it as a failure if you choose, but I choose to look at situations that didn't go well as an experience that taught me something new. So this fear of failure is really going to cause you to unconsciously sabotage yourself, Miss Angela. So please stop allowing the weapon that formed to prosper. You have to look at yourself every day when you wake up and you say, you know what? I am not going to fail. I do not accept failure. So some practical tips would be to get an accountability partner that you can go to when you believe failure is going to arise. Discuss your feelings with that person. Sometimes when you get it out, especially to someone else, you can pinpoint when it was triggered. Was it shame that you think you're going to fail? Or this previous disappointment that makes you think that if you try it again, you're going to fail? Focus on what you can control. The more prepared you are, the less likely you are to quote unquote fail. So for example, let's say you are about to start in a play. Let's say that you are an actress and you're about to get on stage. You can control how well you know your lines. You can control your posture of confidence on the stage. You can control pretty much just everything about you as an element. The more prepared you are, the less likely you are to fail. And then ask yourself, what might I miss if I don't do this opportunity? And if anything, let that reason right there be your fuel. Like, what would you miss if you let the fear of failure stop you from trying to pursue your goals and your dreams? What would you miss? What would you miss if you let the fear of failure stop you from weight loss? What would you miss if the fear of failure stopped you from singing that song you wanted to sing or write that book? What would you miss? And those reasons that you listed, even if it was just one, let that be your fuel to get up and conquer that goal before it conquers you, okay? So I'm proud of you, Miss Angela. If you need me, you can reach me on my website, or you can continue just using Ask Bree. If you have any further questions, anyone, feel free to go to my website, www.justbriannanicole.com. There is a section for Ask Bree, and you can submit your questions there. So tonight, we're going to discuss the topic of fear, because fear has been pointing itself at not only me, but a few of my close friends and relatives. Fear has literally made its name known in 2019. Even in recording and posting this podcast, I had the fear of who is going to listen to this? Who's going to want to hear me? No, And literally that stemmed from a fear of rejection. But once I got over the fact that I don't really care, you're not going to make or break me, I decided to say yes. And the yes is what changed my attitude with that fear. I hope you grabbed your notebook or pen. But fear comes to do three things. It comes to distract, to stop, and ultimately destroy. And it's literally in that path. It will distract you first, it will stop you second, ultimately it will try to destroy you. So before we get started, please say out loud, I will not accept fear. Oh, that was weak. Now say it a little bit more with some more confidence. I will not accept fear. Okay? The best way for someone to try to destroy you is to distract you. Accepting fear will have you so caught up on what might happen, who will say what if I did this, failure, that you might just ultimately put your goal or your dream on pause. And I just want to encourage you that if you have a story that you need to get out, people are literally waiting on your story to catapult their freedom. So if you have a story that's in you, stop worrying about who's going to say what and who's going to judge you. They do not have a heaven or a hell to put you in. Tell your story. If you have the fear of failure, let's pinpoint where that failure came from so we can conquer that. If you have a fear of what might happen, what happens if what you think might happen doesn't happen? So I believe that distraction is just another tool that the enemy uses to stop you from fulfilling purpose. So that's the first step in fear. So in the path of fear, fear will stop you dead in your tracks, y'all. And 99% of the time, the reason why you didn't do something was because you was afraid to do it. Or you was afraid of the outcome. Or you was afraid of the failure. Or you was afraid of who was going to say what. So you didn't do it. So not only did fear distract you with the notion that someone was going to say something, now it has stopped you from doing that goal. It hindered your progression. And once you stop moving, when you're in a race and you just stop moving, who's going to win the race? Not you, because you stopped. It will hinder your victory. So if you accept fear as a part of your life, you will allow for it to distract you, and then you will allow for it to stop you from conquering your goals, because the what ifs, fear and what if are cousins. So ultimately, if you accept fear as a part of your life, it has distracted you from your vision. Step 1, check. And now it's slowed down your progression. That's step 2. Step 3 is to ultimately destroy. Fear is goal demolition. Fear will destroy your goals. Now, fear is going to be your choice. How do you know? Fear will set your limits and your expectations, and you won't go beyond it. Your passion, faith, visions need to be greater than your fear. So the Bible says 365 times, fear not. That means each day of the year, 365 ways, God said to fear not. Every day you put your feet on the ground, God says, do not fear. I have you. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a strong mind. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my first episode of the Unstuck podcast. I'm so excited and I'm giving myself a round of applause. So please go to visit justbriannanicole.com. That way you'll have full access to me and all the services that I do provide. You can see blogs, scriptures, studies, prayer requests, and that's where you'll have access to Ask Bree. If you haven't signed up for my email list, what are you waiting on? Please sign up and become a part of the Unstuck crew. You can do so by visiting the website. Again, that's justbriannanicole.com. You will get first dibs on just about everything and discounts. So as always, peace, love, and a full life. I'm out.
Go to thisbriannanicole.com for more fun stuff, please.